Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the finest Dawn of War Soulstorm casts this side of East Yorkshire. And today I've got a 3 versus 3 on Cassia Luton. Playing as the Chaos Space Marines on the southern side, we've got Nox, we've got Vrax playing as the Orks, and we've got Gabpiart playing as the Dark Eldar. The opposing team playing as the Necrons, we've got Yazoo55, we've got Archangel playing as the Sisters of Battle, and we've got Killmore playing as the Chaos Space Marines. So know what you might be thinking, oh, but Mr. Landshark, some of these people are unification people. And yeah, well, you know what? Sometimes to play Soulstorm. And that's okay. You know, you can back for both teams. It is 2023, so do what they will, so long as it hurts none. That's the Wiccan proverb, isn't it? Or it's from King Arthur, maybe? I'm not sure. Either way, playing a game, baby, and that's all that matters. So on the opposing side, we've got Chaos versus... who are you? Chaos? Which is going to be... well, it's a mirror match, isn't it? Nothing special to say about that. It'll all come down to skill. Orks versus the Sisters of Battle on the middle bit, which Sisters might struggle a little bit on the early side of things, considering that they get missionaries out first and foremost, where these boys get some slugger boys out. Looks like they're stretching out to have a sniff at this critical location. And Necrons versus, what are you, Dark Eldar. Dark Eldar have the potential to be a little bit aggressive, as they are wont to be with their quick-moving actions, but don't seem to be going for any Dark Laboratories? The blooming Dark Foundry, that's what it's called. Don't seem to be going for anything like that, and to be honest, if you're going to get some early harassment in, those jet bikes are probably essential just because of how long you need to travel to get over onto the other side of the map. So Yazoo over here probably will be able to build up his forces quite nicely. In fact, actually, I don't think it... 1, 2, 3... He's not built up all his Builder Scarabs straight away. He's gone straight into building a little bit of a Necron force before actually building all his Builder Scarabs, so that's interesting. Killmore says, here I come, noobs. And here comes a mighty force of cultists. 4-in a squad. Lethal stuff going on there. But Nox will bring a Chaos Lord over. Probably tidy him up quite easily, in all honesty. But no major aggression as of yet. We do have the Necron Warriors streaming out over here. While things are relatively calm, I will say that over the past couple of days we've had quite a new influx of new people in the Discord playing in the voice chat, which has just been really nice to see. Nice to see. Oh god, move away from those cultists. Yeah, it's been nice to see and meet new people in the voice chat and playing some games with everyone. If you are also a kind of person who likes to play games with people, even if you're not too keen on the voice chat, you just want to come in and like have the microphone turned off and just be about, that's more than welcome, because the more people that play it, the better it is. We are making Dawn of War great again, people. One step at a time. And we've got Commando and Commander action, but almost a mirror opening here, except for that these guys on the northern side have got some cultists up on the front side. But a bit of back and forth, a deadly dance, shall we say. Orks over here, they're pushing in, and the missionaries aren't going to be doing diddly squat against them. Canoness is out there as well. And I don't know if she's able to go toe-to-toe with a Big Mech. Oh gosh, that's an unfortunate surround. Big Mech managing to slap him out of that range though, so that's something. And this time we do have the Archon, seeing if we can do a bit of a push. But there are too many Necrons. That's 2 squads, and they're all going for extra lads in there, as well as a Necron Lord. One lad falling behind, because, you know, Necrons aren't exactly the fastest, are they? There we go, a big scrum. Over on the eastern side, lots of Chaos Space Marines. No weapon upgrades as of yet, but that's still a significant amount of bolter fire coming in. Cultists for the Alpha Legion falling foul. And are you Black Legion? Have you? Yeah, you are Black Legion as far as I'm aware. Please don't hate me if I got it wrong. Chaos Lord will tie the rest of these guys up. Chaos Lord is of the bad dudes, the Black Legion, Alpha Legion, whatever you call them. God, you see, one's called the Alpha Legion, one's called the Black Legion. Because they've both got the word Legion in the name, it's really, really confusing in my brain. Either way, the blue ones and the black ones, they're all having a big fight. And it's as even Stevens as it could possibly get. Except that the Chaos Lord for the Black Chaos Space Marines aren't really getting involved, so it does look like that Dr. Nox will be getting this victory over onto this side. Over yonder, we do have a lot of Slugger Boys by the looks of things. Yeah, I'd love to see a chunky squad of Slugger Boys in the early game. Able to just tank all the damage, especially from his listing post, giving these shooter boys a little bit of room to get some fire lines on the go. Will allow the Slugger Boys to move forward, screening that Canoness away. She's got Inferno pistol out, so she will be doing a fair bit of damage and in the range department. Also Seraphins as well. Which I don't know how the Seraphins are going to fare when the shooter boys are already out. The Seraphim harass don't tend to work all that well against the Orks, considering that they've just got shooty bits on all their buildings. Got some infiltrated mandrakes, so we'll need to see a Builder Scarab squad coming over here if they want to spot these mandrakes, or a Wraith for that matter. But a nice way to slow down the Necron advance at the very least, just because they can't shoot them. Also seems to have gone for the poison blades as well. I don't know if canonically poison works on Necrons. In fact, I'm fairly certain it doesn't. But let's just pretend for role... Oh, good lord, that was a good throw. Let's just pretend for role-playing reasons that they've maybe got some, I don't know, Wi-Fi interrupting blooming stuff on the go there. Anyway, Bill Scabs are over here, and they've kind of gone all the way over here and have forgotten about their infiltration detection purposes. Archon has got his big zapper, which has got from the Homunculus Laboratory. I do believe that it can be even more useful in the range department. It's always cool. The Black Legion come over and see if they can assist their sister allies. Got some grenade launchers on these cultists, which would be great at keeping these slugger boys on their backside. Doesn't knock over the big mech there. God, he's really getting his throwing arm in today, is he? Is that big mech? Seraphin's going to come for a flanking maneuver. Should hopefully be able to maybe do up these shooter boys. Also a significant amount of Bat Sisters going for one flamer and one heavy bolter. In fact, a couple of heavy bolters. So morale is going to be an issue for these Orks if they don't take care of that flamer. And the Dark Eldar on this side just continuously pushing in. Not sure if it's too much to handle though. This is a lot of Necrons. But the Mandrakes do a lot of damage in close combat, but some flayed ones will be spawning around the backside. The Mandrakes probably won't win in a straight-up fight versus some flayed ones, especially with that morale-inducing damage that they do over a period of time. Alpha Legion come over, and it looks like they've scared, or they've killed all the Black Legion. Now they're laying siege to the... Oh no, they haven't. The Black Legion have just gone up a bit further north. I love it. I love seeing big squads of slugger boys. Something that I never do as an Orc player. That's only because I know one build order, a one-trick pony, big mech into double shooter boys. That's as Gork and Mork intended it. Gosh darn it. Well, we're seeing a Wraith. Wraith great for detection, also able to blooming, what do you call it? Not infiltrate, that's the other one. The phase shift, that's the word. And actually getting a... Did he almost get a kill on him? That was a bit weird. So he got the kill animation, but just as the Archon got that life-leeching stun ability, whatever you call that. So, yeah, we've witnessed something very odd. But hey-ho. Some warp shenanigans going on there. These guys daren't push in. There's a listing post that's been upgraded here. Ah, they're waiting for the war truck, fair enough. Get the war truck, move it straight in. Maybe even move it on a place that's less defended, like over in these bits. Big Mech going to teleport straight in. Alpha Legion, armed with the heavy bolters, firing away, and this is quite a significant army. Necrons have to come over. They're going to throw down some flayed ones for assisting purposes. And the war truck, unable to really move around. Being surrounded by so much stuff. Got a Chaos Rhino for the Alpha Legion down here. Morale being broken on these Chaos Space Marines. Unable to use their heavy bolters as well. But will be able to use that Rhino transport to get out of close combat. Flayed ones are falling thick and fast. But we've got kind of the opposite situation over here with the Necrons continuously outside the Dark Eldar base. Does seem we've got tier 2 for these guys. I think... I can't quite... It depends on how stabby a Cabal Fortress is what tier it is in. But these guys managing to hold the line. A combination of just as many heavy bolters as humanly possible. Orc numbers are dwindling quite fast. Chaos Rhino just standing around here to hopefully block these Alpha Legion Chaos Rhinos from falling forward. Of a Horror Squad to take out any lethal weapons, and a Defiler on the way, providing some artillery support. Necrons have been pushed in. John Cena Beam popping down on the Tower of Loathing, as well as the Homunculus coming out with a torch arm to slow these guys down even further. Witches there, they don't need any kind of line of sight, they'll just walk in. So a melee orientated composition going for Gab PR over here. Which is what the Dark Eldar specialise in the late games. They either go for lots of bikes and lots of vehicles, or a significant amount of close combat units. I mean, the witches and the warp beasts are their mainstay in the late game, so fair play to them. Orks do come over, see if they can provide some assistance for for their Dark Eldar ally, forces the Necrons to teleport all the way back home, and everyone can breathe a sigh of relief. The Black Legion moving forward with a Immolator armed with a multi-melter in tow. Current looks of the economies are, if I can start at one side, it's 76% and 137, 80 and 40, and 104 and 60, compared to 104 and 66, 133 and 40, and 98 and 70. So no big economies at the moment. Everyone's been investing in their armies quite significantly all the way through this game. So I'm not seeing, I was seeing many upgraded listing posts. Over on this side, we're seeing a couple. Yeah, to be fair, it's just a case of just having to spend so much in the early games. The Orcs now focusing on the Necron side. Necrons have got their disruptor fields upgraded, and another John Cena beam thrown down here will force the Orcs to fall back at the very least to reposition those shooter boys. But, I mean, that's the benefit of a war truck, helping reposition these guys as quick as you like, maybe a little bit too far. War truck goes down, Immolator surrounded by Mandrakes, and combat jugs being popped on these witches as well, further extending the damage that the Mandrakes can do. They love to share, and that's kind of them. Got some pariahs on the field. But against all this close combat oriented stuff, been quite a difficult situation for them. Starting to build up a good amount of Gauss turrets there, so that should certainly help them in the defense of their base at the very least. Big Mech, not gonna... Are you gonna detach? Oh no, you were trying to slap around that Necron Lord. But it just goes to show how strong those Dark Eldar close combat units are. There weren't that many in the grand scheme of things, and they are very fragile. But the fact that they've been able to push so far into the base, having to take a couple of Gauss turrets to fend them off, don't think that this one's been finished. Or has it? Oh, it has, yeah, fair enough. Just one by one, they're going to strike these guys down. Got some obliterators over here, but they've been tied up by a shooter boy squad. I like that. You've got bigger shooters, so we'll just chop you down instead. The Orc Knob has got a power claw there, so that is something to take into consideration. And the Orcs just slamming down as many of these plasma generators as they can. Got a Tomb Spider on the way out to pick up the dead and dying. Pariah's keeping these witches and mandrakes as far away as they can. These guys will try and take down some obelisks or two, maybe. They have been slowed down by the Pariahs. One slice of their weapon does force them to slow down for as long as that individual model is alive. But on the southern side, we do have some Alpha Legion squads here, but they have been met by a Chaos Space Marine Legion. Or squad even. God, the word Legion, I'm banning it. We'll play a drinking game. Every time I say the word Legion, you've got to do a shot. How about that? Yeah, but this is too much for them. Even with a Chaos Lord in their ranks, they will have to probably run away. But being chased around by people in Chaos Rhino it's not good. It's not good for them. They have managed to survive, if anything, just because these guys have decided to do a bit of a run around. Going to go through at the backside of the bases and be an absolute nuisance. Yeah, the Necrons must be feeling quite frustrated at the moment. All the stuff going on, but they can pick up all the stuff and rebuild. They didn't lose too many plasma generators, in all fairness, so that's not the worst situation. Got some flash kits coming over, and flash kits are going to absolutely melt their way through everything Necronish on this side. We'll probably need to get some flayed ones in there just to keep them on the toes. Oh, look at that. Well done, Yazoo 55, a man after my own heart here. But the flash kits, actually no, they'll just stand there. They don't care. They'll just hope that they can melt them before they engage in close combat. Oh, he's hearing a boomy bit. Boomy bit over yonder. Burn a bomb. Knocking all these guys on the backside. Obliterate squad taking that damage fairly well. Jim Spider, though, not in a pretty situation at the moment. Do have an emulator over here. Flash gates, while they are amazing against infantry and heavy infantry, and they're still quite good against vehicles in all fairness, but a sustained amount of vehicles they will struggle with. But flamers might be the way forward against them. Break them morale so they reduces their overall damage. Also got some Celestians moving forward. And Big Mac looking like he was trying to put down another burner bomb, but been shot down as quick as you like. One squad of flash gates on their way out, but does manage to narrowly survive. Got a destroyer moving forward. And yeah, won't survive very long, but like I say, it does take the flash gates a little bit longer for them to take through a vehicle. Got some tank buses just engaging in close combat. Absolute heroes that they are. Won't do all that much, not tying anything up because they're infiltrated, but these guys just looking left and right trying to figure out where is this damage coming from? Who's stabbing me? Over on this side, the blooming Dark Eldar, they're still up to their no good tricks. The Pariah's still chasing after them. But yeah, lightning fighters, wonderful idea against the Dark Eldar. Yeah, they've got the pistols, and the pistols aren't actually that bad in the damage department. But you want to avoid that close combat stuff, and aircraft is certainly the way forward in that regard. Also possessed marines as well. Absolute insane levels of damage these guys can bring. And they just don't die, as far as I'm aware. But the northern side has been defended. Got a couple of mad docs just waiting. Hungry and eager to get more burner bombs off, but not quite. Might be worth putting them inside a cheap slugger boy squad if you want to go in for that kind of explosive kind of gameplay. And wonderful, just if anything, just to tie up this Pariah squad. They're not being all that useful, not getting that many kills, and in fact, with them being snagged by that trap, they might even get killed. Some lightning fighters focusing on the horror squad. Horror squad will go down relatively quickly, even with their... Oh, they've not got demon armor missile launcher, they're just regular heavy infantry. Over on this side, some infiltrated Chaos Marines and a Predator rolling in, but we do have a possessed squad and some Defilers providing some supporting fire. Even if the Defilers can't see them, they can still attack the ground. Who are you? Oh, you're a blooming Bloodthirster. That's terrifying. You don't want that in your base. We've got double machine pits, so trying to get out as many Defilers as humanly possible. Also a Demon Prince summoning on the way. Bloodthirster will just focus on that desecrated stronghold. It does appear that the Bloodthirster's primary objective is to take out people's HQs. Lightning Fighters will come over, see if they can pepper any of these guys. But Kilmore really struggling here. This is just too much in the way of Chaos Space Marines, but Chaos also getting that Eldritch Bolt in, breaking the morale for all these guys here. Blairate squad fairly low on health. Lightning Fighters, like I say, just picking their targets, doing what they can. This Desecrated Stronghold is on its way out. We have Kilmore with his own squad of horrors. But no real targets for him to fire at. This was a infantry-based composition. Could do with a cultist coming over, or a heretic even, sorry, and rebuilding this Desecrated Stronghold, but does look like it's probably going to go down. That is emotional. Do you have any more builders, Mr... Oh god, what's my button? How do I find you? Any more builders? Yes, you do, thank goodness, and you're going to build Desecrated Stronghold over there. Necrons looked like they were getting a push in there, but then the flash gets combined with the Dice of Destruction has managed to scare these guys away, and a Warp Beast pack as well, which will be quite deadly. Looks like the Necrons lost a hell of a lot of stuff over there. I mean, yeah, that's a lot of dead Necrons. Necron Lord will come over onto the south side and see if they can scare them away. Bloodthirster now been burnt to a fine crisp. Demon Prince as well. But now that they've killed that Bloodthirster, they've got to quickly, as fast as possible, bees it over onto the Necron player side. The Necron player will not be able to defend this riding solo. A couple of things been teleported in. These are horror squads from Nox. And an Obliterate squad as well. This is really painful. But Restore Monolith, is it fake? It is fake, but that's fine. If anything, I'll at least block this area for now. We're also the deceiver that can just generally confuse people, making them think that they're on the opposing side. Doom Spider on the backside being shot up by this... By that word, by the Big Rav. The Big Rav is firing at the Tomb... Oh. Can never remember how to pronounce that word, and I refuse to be shouted at anymore. Ghost turrets get taken up. I know it's not shouting, I know it's all good fun and playing. I'm only joking. Oh, an actual Restore Monolith this time. Double trouble, boil and trouble, whatever that word is. Building up some more flayed ones. Maybe teleporting him away, wherever you teleported to. Yeah, behind all this. Necron base might be absolute kaput at the moment, but if he can hold on, keep this alive, that'll be fine. War Beasts getting a surround on him. The Necron Monolith unable to really move in this kind of situation. We do have all the sisters there. Sisters Repentia on the way forward. And Nob Squad versus Repentia. I don't think the Repentia's got any of their charging upgrades or anything like that, but Demon Prince, look at the speed on that boy. A fast lad. Do have a burner bomb explosion over here. Necron still keeping their Summoning Core and Greater Summoning Core. It's not the end of the world. Though the Monolith has now been destroyed and has been sent back home. Hopefully he's building up a secondary... There we go, secondary Monolith over here. Just in case. And it's been a good push, but the sisters look like they've got the metal to be able to defend this. Especially with the assistance of that Demon Prince. Dice Destruction is still on the other side. Got a good firing line of Obliterators on the northern side. Necron Lord just kind of standing around. Drugs have been taken by the Witches over here, which is also affecting the Horrors as well. Not sure, are you affecting the... Yeah, you are also affecting the Flash Gates. Movement speed and firing speed and all that jazz. Quite a big combat stim. Pariahs are now back over here. They've had a long stroll, but they're finally back. Got more bombs over here. Plenty of explodey bits. Dear oh dear. Absolutely devastating when it hits properly. Nob Squad almost taken out. Also got a Exist over here, which will be amazing against these massed infantry sections. And I think they've defended. In all honesty, the Necron player, they've managed to lose their HQ. They managed to lose a fair bit of plasma generators, but they've still got their tech structures. So it's not the end of the world for them. Necrons can always just build up bigger and badder than before. We have a big Rav coming over here. It's just not hitting anything, but that's fine, it's trying. And we do also have a Living Saint as well. So, relics for everyone. I do believe everyone has access to their own relic. They do, yes. That's why I quite like this map. Everyone gets a chance to play it. There we go, big boy Squiggoth. You don't see him often, but when you see him, it's a real treat. Gonna waddle in. Bloodthirster as well. Double relics. It's gonna be up to the Living Saint. And Elton John over here. In fact, double Elton Johns. Seeing if they could do something about this. Whoa, what was that rocket going, Fighter Bomber? What are you aiming for? Take that, Mother Nature. We don't like your mountainsides. Well, Soulstorm going straight on top of these sisters here. Very unfortunate. An Archangel versus Bloodthirster. Archangel looks like she's struggling a little bit, but she does have a second chance. Squiggoth, a bit of a mountainous beast. It takes a long time for it to turn around. It seems to be stuck on this plasma generator, which is very unfortunate. Got also corrosive acid going on. These said reducing her armor down to basically naught. Lord Destroyer looking to see if maybe he can capture some what should we call them, some vehicles, and we'll actually go for that Raviga. Saint comes back to life. Squiggoth quite low on health at the moment as he's being sliced up by a Penitent engine. Incredible amount of damage in close combat. It's just such an ungangly beast. Can't do all that much. That's why you probably don't see it very often. But still, we appreciate you being here. Dice of Destruction. Are you guys still here? Have you just, like, come all the way from over here and just decided to... Good lord. The tenacity, the cantankerousness of the Dark Eldar in this game today. Well, we do have a Necron Dark Eldar vehicle on the field. So that is something. I'm also going to see the Deceiver come out once again. Oh, good lord. On this side, we do have considerable amounts of Chaos Space Marines, as well as some Warp Beasts walking in. The Northern team has really, really struggled with its defences. And when I say by struggled, I mean they've done an amazing job constantly being on the defensive for a lot of this game. But you can't win a game by defending alone. And they've just not had that space to really push out and get some good stuff going on. But the Bloodthirst has been taken on. The Dice of Destruction looks like it's feeling a little bit sad. But Kilmore here losing a couple of his key structures. A significant amount of Dark Eldar just swarming over the Chaos Space Marines base. It's not looking pretty, but the Demon Prince is still fighting strong. Very high on health. Possessed Marines as well. Dice of Destruction. Have you not been killed yet? Who was trying to kill you? It was the Living Saint. The Living Saint has gone down by the looks of things. Lord Destroyer at this point, just trying to capture as many vehicles as possible. If anything, just to stem the tide. Easier to capture a vehicle than it is to kill it, by the looks of things. Demon Lord in the middle of the pack. All the space cocaine has been taken. I do also believe it makes him immune to moral damage as well, if I'm not mistaken. Just made me think when those flayed ones came out on the ground there. But if anything, even if when they get to that point where they're taking a bit too much damage, they just kind of run away, don't they? They think, you know what, we don't want to fight here anymore, we'll move around somewhere else. Looks like the Demon Prince has been kaputted. Our Living Saint is over here. They're going to go for an aggressive push themselves. Defiler's providing all the artillery. Also, in fact, that's a lot of artillery coming in. So infantry might not be the way forward for the Orks at the moment. They have got double looted tanks. Got another boomy bit somewhere. Smack bang in the middle here. Oh, that's painful. Lots of dead sisters. Wonderful use of the burner bombs here in this game. Which is over here. Armed, well, backed up by a big Rav. And these sisters, oh, they're not sisters, sorry, these witches are just unrepentant. They just will not stop. But these ladies over here are struggling. Warp Beasts having the morale broken, so they will attack themselves for a little while. Chaos Space Marines only got the Aspiring Champion left in their ranks. And now we're seeing everything being built up over on this side. Good point, Mr. Knox. What's the economy situation going for everyone? I'm just having a look at everyone's flirts. So at this point, yeah, the Knox has spent a lot of his money. So everyone's got quite a lot of money to spend apart from Knox. So Knox will have to sit back a little bit and wait for his econ to grow back up. But everyone else can just basically spam out the units. Looking from the sister's perspective for a bit. Just looking at the missionary's wonderful voice acting. We are seeing another, what are you? You're going to be another Bloodthirster. Third one of the game. It's not often you see it. Kill more for Chaos Saucer on the backlines. Oh, we've got War Boss as well. Well done, War Boss. You're doing something. You're on Elton John hunting duties. That's fair enough. Got Kilmore with some horrors. Taking out the... Oh, no, never mind. The Chaos Proton has been occupied by another Lord Destroyer. The Bloodthirster, once again, he's got that HQ fever. And he'll take it down whether the sisters like it or not. On this side, just a Dice of Destruction. He's not dead. He's still not dead. And neither are these witches. They are just... This must be single-handedly the most frustrating thing to deal with. All the Necron stuff has been killed. Storm Monolith over here teleporting in the hopes they can help his friends, but these back roads, man. He will spot... Oh, he's now got 2 HQs to destroy, which is quite exciting for him. He hasn't had a taste of Necron Monolith yet, so he may as well go for that. And he just the amount of damage he does to buildings, even though it's not on his unit card. Absolutely disgusting. Flash gets moving forward. Chaos Predator of the Necron variety will be taken down. Are you a real Necron Monolith? You are a real Necron Monolith. That's exciting. We won't be lasting long over there. Unsupported. Are you unsupported? Not super unsupported, but you were on your own for quite some time, to be fair. Flash gets... Sorry, not Flash gets the Bloodthirst, managing to take down that Monolith. We'll also go in for a second helping of Desecrated Stronghold. So where is the... Necron's building up another Monolith down on this side as well. So yeah, it's a good strategy. They've got some build scouts trying to keep that Stronghold alive there. Seen some Chains of Torments going on this Slugger Boy squad. While the Flash gets just think, yep, you can tie those guys up all you like. As long as we're free to do what we want. Another burner bomb somewhere over here. Knocking over Mad Doc and Builder Scarab alike. Down this side. Bloodfest, he's just not stopping. He's going in for 3 HQs in one lifetime. We do have the Heretic trying to keep it alive. But even with some Builder Scarabs and a Heretic in here, they're not going to keep it going for much longer. Bloodfester, oh actually no, never mind. The Defiler managing to snag the back of his thighs. Narrowly saving the Necron player. Very exciting stuff. Reaver Jetbacks now decapping stuff over here. The Necron side of things is non-existent anymore. So this is just a gradual grinding down. What can these players do to really come back from all this continuous assault? I suppose at this point it would just be a case of maybe a whole smorgasbord of lightning fighters going into the base, just saying, right, okay, you can attack us all you want on our side, and we'll just do like some sort of quasi-base trade with you, in the hopes that it distracts them long enough for them to maybe rebuild stuff. Maybe it's a case of... yeah, something like that's the only thing I can really think of at this time. Maybe stick all your horror squads inside the demon summoning pit, get some vision, and then just... Oh, what on earth is going on down here? I've not missed something major, have I? Oh, it's just the Defiler. Just the Defiler. Almost killing this Desecrated Stronghold. Oh, it was a flayed one dropping. Right, okay. I've clearly missed that. I do apologise. But yeah, you know what? Flayed one dropping. That's always a good sign. That's always a good thing to do. Just stop the Chaos Space Marines on the southern side from coming forward. Just give these guys a chance to push forward. And actually, the Sisters do have a good composition for this. The Squig off meandering over. But there's a lot of hover squads over here, so they'll be able to take him on with relative ease. And the Orks being pushed back. Necrons don't need that much in the way of economy to get their flayed ones on the go. What kind of economy are you rolling with at the moment, Necron player? Yeah, oh man, you could just spam all the flayed ones all day long. Gonna rebuild that Greatest Summoning Core as well. Yeah, I like how the Necron base just spread out for the entirety of the map. Necron Lord over here. Yes, and this is the way forward. You've taken out of our HQs. Well, let's see how you like it, young man. Witches will come over to see if they can push them off. But some being spawned from the Hall of Blood here as well. Well, Flame ones do a remarkably good amount of damage against HQs as well, which is surprising. Yeah, Prince strolling over. Looking to keep these boys at bay. Infiltrated Chaos Space Marines as well. Don't think that the Orks have any infiltration. Oh no, they've got a War Boss here. War Boss can spot the infiltration. Decides screwing off, raging and rampaging as he goes, but those tank tracks that he's stuck on is going to reduce his effectiveness quite considerably. Oh, and this Dice of Destruction. I hope this is a fresh one. I hope this isn't the same one just been causing all the mischief. But he's causing some issues. No one really able to take him out. Flayed ones have fallen, sadly. It's a good idea. It will take a significant amount of flayed ones. I mean, they almost got the Desecrated Stronghold down here. But it's currently undefended. So maybe that's the next place to go. Fourth Bloodthirster. Bloodforster, if you will. And it's a very good effort from all the players so far. It's still with a cheeky side flanking manoeuvre in the home base. It still could go the other way. In theory. The odds are very unlikely. Let's be honest, the odds are very unlikely, but there is still a chance, gosh darn it. We believe. We believe in the North. Someone's got to believe in the North, even if they don't believe in themselves. Witches have been chained up, which they probably enjoy, to be fair, by a Chaos Sorcerer. But the firing line, man, that is a serious firing line, especially when they take the space drugs. Soulstorm killing, or at least scaring away these horrors, allowing the Dice of Destruction to open fire on. Oh, I mean, oh, you're a Northern Bloodthirster, fair enough. You've kind of been stuck on something. We'll fly away. There's a lot of damage for him to take in a short space of time. What is going on over here? You guys just chilling out? Minding my own business? Just enjoying the scenery. Bloodthirster on Bloodthirster action. First time I've seen it personally. A burner bomb being placed down. And that will send him back to the warp. Lightning Fighter no longer in the air. And the Bloodthirster doing what it does best, which is apparently mulching buildings. Just a constant supply of defilers from the Chaos player down here. We are seeing a tech upgrade for the Necron monolith over here. But nothing in the way of Necron Lord stuff going on at the moment. You'll only be able to see a little green blip. And a sea of red, it's hard to see. Green and red I know are contrasting colours, I understand, but I am quite blind. Little fighter bombers. Wonderful piece of artillery right there. Going to summon some destroyers from the Necron, or the spare Necron monolith over yonder. But double big ravs. Sisters have been taken out. And that is an emotional time for everyone. The Sisters doing a really amazing job. Constantly pushing those Orks back in the mid to late game. Another burner bomb. Just constant burner bombs. Hey, there he goes. A red smatter on the floor. But yeah, it's been a hard-fought game. A really hard-fought game. Southern team have had to basically fight for every inch of land that they can. Gov Kilmore is the last person on his team left. We'll watch it for a bit. See if these defilers can do anything useful. They will fall back. Maybe holding their ground on the last bit of land that they earn. But yeah, like I said at the beginning of the game, it's been really nice to see some new people on Discord playing games. We've been playing some... What was it? The other day we did Ultimate Apocalypse. Yesterday we did Unification. We also did a bit of Vanilla, I think, as well. It's nice to see these guys giving Vanilla a chance. I mean, it's just... What a game, isn't it? They'll never make another one like this, I think. And what kind of game can you just see a Bloodthirster off in the distance, smacking up a structure, an infinite amount of defilers, Flash gets firing away. I mean, obviously Dawn of War 2, you could probably see that there in the mods and stuff, but there's just something special about this one. Fills the cankles of my heart with warm stuff. But anyway, I'm going to end it here. There's clearly nothing else that they can do, but a good showing by everyone. And thank you for sending it in the Discord, as always. Want to support the channel, have a look at the Patreon. £1 a month gets you one extra game a week. And there is also a Discord. Things like this happen all the time. My name's been Mr. Landshark. Pleasure as always, never short. I will see you in a bit. Peace.